dream, I'm gonna make it. If there's a chance, I'm gonna take it. With drums a thumping, bass player pumping, keyboards and me on my guitar.
We have to be very understanding with your father these days. He has a new boss and he's been told if his sales don't improve, he'll be out of a job.
Look, more than 50% of the world's ecological change occurred in the past 30 years. Soon 40 countries won't have enough water to drink. I mean, the rainforests won't exist in 50 years. And the population will grow from 5 billion to 8.5 billion by the year's 2025. I mean, you depress the heck out of us and get on our backs for an education. What for?
Oh, precious heirloom.
The light was off. He turned the light off.
What's the use of trying to save this world if I'm not going to live to enjoy it?
Bye-bye. Son, how doesn't matter.
I'm a grown boy, Dad.
You don't have to remind me. There are 2 pair of shoes in your cupboard hardly used because your feet have grown so fast.
I don't know where he gets it from, Frank. You're hardly massive.
I'm perfectly proportioned.
They all call me Shrimp at school. Do I get my shrimpness from you?
Why is everybody getting stuck into me this morning?
We're not.
We're not.
Why not?
Yes, you are. But things are hard enough at work without my family turning against me.
Are they teasing, chaps?
Dad?
What now?
You know how you said you'd help with the garage? What did you mean?
What do you mean, what did I mean?
Well, did you mean you'd help with the money?
I think you picked a bad time, Peter.
Son, one thing I definitely did not mean was money.
Who's surprised?
I shouldn't have to remind any of you that I really am up against it at work at the moment. Now, if I sneeze at work, the whole family budget gets pneumonia.
What did you mean?
Well, I meant that... I don't know what I meant. Look, if I don't hurry, I'm gonna...
Dad, it's just that we can't make any progress if we don't do a proper recording of the song. And how can we do that if I have to pay you back all this money?
Son, one thing I cannot give you is any more money. If you want some advice about your recording, why don't you ask Aunt Annabelle? Wasn't she going to build a recording studio down here or something? Now, is there anything else? Good.
Aunt Annabelle, of course. You're a genius, Dad.
Don't exaggerate, Peter.
What?
You'll give him a swelled head.
Why couldn't you have married someone else?
What?
Like Andrew Gaze or Greg Norman. I'm sick of looking up people's noses. What's wrong? I've had it with these trucks. Me too. Just look at them. But what can we do about it? They're big trucks and we're just school kids. Lend me 30 cents. Have you heard of Neighbourhood Watch? Yeah. Well, this is Pollution Watch. KJV 7124. Where are we? What are you doing? The EPA. Do you know what that stands for? Environment Protection Authority? Right, and they want to know about them. They want to know the rego number, the location and the colour of the truck, especially if the smoke emits for more than 11 seconds. What do they do? Well, they tell the owners to clean them up. Well, someone's got to do it. trucks, and that's only in one day.
Well, I would have rung you. But I had to pop over to London for a few days. Business. But the studio should be ready. And you've just given me the perfect excuse to come down and see you for a few days.
Will it be very expensive?
Very. It'll cost you at least a cuddle and a kiss for your old aunt.
Yeah, and will you let us use it?
Of course. As I always say, family comes first.
Anyone else?
No thanks.
Go easy on that stuff, Orphe. Hey, look, I'm ticking it off. Yeah, just make sure you put the tick under your name, not mine.
Hi. We can make some soup, heat milk, even bake beans in this.
Gee, Hughesy, you're good at picking up junk.
Good junk. Useful junk.
Guy could practically live here.
Who said that? Maybe you could, Stringbean.
Well, could come in handy, having a place to go. And that manure gets a bit hot and stinky after a while.
Hey, guys, guess what? Aunt Annabelle's going to let us use a new recording studio.
Wonderful!
On ya, Aunt Annabelle.
Now we can get somewhere.
Just when I thought I was going to take up darts instead.
Oh, no offence to you, Hughesy.
No, this place is ace.
You've done a tough job.
That's okay. That's progress.
Oh, we'll still let you be our sound engineer.
They wouldn't let me use their equipment.
Oh, they will if Aunt Annabelle says so. Dad, what are you doing? But Dad, us kids have been playing there for years.
I know, son, believe me. If there's other land available, I'd develop that instead.
Don't annoy your father, Peter.
Well, I'm not going to wait for him to build 40 houses. It'll be too late.
Son, it's my job.
That's what the natives said about the Amazon jungle.
Peter!
Go, Pugsy.
You on my side?
On this one I am.
Okay.
So what are you going to do about it?
Me? Nothing.
What?
Look, we need to build 40 houses. That land is perfect. I'm in charge of negotiations, and this development's my big chance. Not only do I intend to make a success of it, I also intend to make enough money for us to stay in this house and have a little holiday. Not to mention incidentals like food, clothing, doctor's bills, dental bills. So if you two would prefer not to have all that and keep your trees, you try living in them, like koalas do.
Well, that's a challenge, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. What is?
I knew it was a mistake. So, do you just need to build the 40 houses, or does it have to be that piece of land?
Well, if you can find me another piece of land that can support 40 houses on half-acre blocks, that's close to transport and services, with a good aspect, and not more than 100 kilometres from the city, I'd consider building there instead.
I know one. So do I. Up the back of Nana's house there's a huge paddock. This is a job for Pollution Watch.
Hold your horses, lovies.
You're talking to professional, Sonny. We've already bagged 68 dirty diesels. Land search will be a breeze. I know. I saw this grouse place just up the road.
Whose idea was it to call them in?
We had no choice. It is an emergency.
And so what if your dad builds 40 townhouses? Big deal. I mean, my dad would have a 50-storey office block up there in no time.
Some of us care about the environment, Bazza.
Yeah, so do I. That's where my dad makes all his money.
Hey, we're all pretty thirsty. Can we grab a drink before we get started?
No.
Gee, changed this place a lot. Fridge, chairs, dartboard, phone. Is this what you spend all Dad's money on? It'll cost you a Coke not to tell. For all of us. Here's a good spot. Don't be silly. How can we fit 40 houses on a tram line? Oh, yeah.
See, this one fits all the requirements.
Yeah, there's enough room for 40 houses.
And a barbecue each.
Hi.
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 Hi. I think you're ace. So, did we do okay, partner?
Enough of this partner business.
But that land meets all the requirements, and it's only 10 k's from the city.
Yeah, well, I've got to admit.
Pollution watch reporting, sir. The enemy is reported at the park site. Are the rest of the patrol outside? Already mounted, sir. Let's attack! Attack!
As you can see, Mr. Harrison, this is the best land for sale in the metropolitan area. What's that? Marion?
Don't sell! It's not for sale! We found somewhere else.
What's going on?
You can't buy this. You buy somewhere else.
Let go of me. Wall?
We found another place so you don't have to sell this. It's got everything you asked for.
Marion, would you stop it? Let go of me! He was a potential buyer. I stress was. Because after being harassed by a pack of screaming banshees, he's decided to take his money up to the Gold Coast, and I, for one, can't blame him.
Marion,
Yes, Mother?
what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, is there any point? I mean, is Dad going to listen?
He will if I say so.
What?
Being the understanding father that you are, concerned with bringing up your children to appreciate the meaning of democracy, you will sit down and listen to what Marion has to say, won't you, Frank?
You did that rather well, Mum.
And that kind of thing doesn't help.
Frank, just your point of view, Marion. No icing on the cake.
We found some places that don't have any trees or parks where you could put trees and parks and 40 houses.
Well, Frank, you have to hand it to them.
Well, yes, I do.
So you won't sell the other place?
Well, there's quite a few factors to consider, so you must understand, Marion. It's not me selling this land, it's my boss.
Well, how can we get him to agree to build here and not at our park?
Money and pressure.
Pressure, like in the back of the neck.
Pressure of public opinion and publicity.
You must admit, Marion, that shouldn't be too difficult for you.
Why do you say that, Mum? Yeah, I like a challenge. Bugging Pugwall's getting really boring.
It took a little longer to cook. We're very environmentally conscious these days.
And quite right, too. Do you know, up in Queensland, they took 90 acres of mangroves for a golf course the other day.
What's wrong with that? That's development.
Mangroves are vital for 70% of the fish and shellfish in eastern Queensland.
Okay, you talk about nature being finely balanced. What about the economy? What's more important, fish or people?
Oh, that's the wrong question.
Okay, what's the right question?
What is more important, people or the environment? And I'd say the environment. People are comparatively easy to recreate. The environment, impossible.
Anybody out?
Quick!
They tell me the Jackie Onassis of the Gold Coast is down. Oh, look at all that beautiful food.
We surrender, Harold.
No, stay where you are. I can do with a lot of elbow room.
Oh, you must have built-in radar, Harold. No matter how hard I try, you never miss me.
Oh, that comes from me days as a water diviner. They used to hang me over the front of the Jeep, like one of them radiator ornaments. And I'd go sniff, 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 look, look, look. And all of a sudden I'd say, stop! Sure enough, there it was.
Do you want me to get you some dinner, Harry?
Oh, no, this'll do fine, that.
That happens to be mine.
You haven't got any germs, have you? How yous going with the cleaning up?
Waiting for you to help.
Is that phone call for me?
I didn't hear the phone ring.
I'll get it. Yes? What? Straight away?
What's he up to?
Urgent call. OK, I'll be right over. Got to fly. Oh, Margaret,
Yes, Harry?
emergency. Thanks for the tucker.
What a pity he's going to miss the strawberry mousse.
An apple strudel.
The what?
The strawberry mousse.
An apple strudel with cream.
But I thought we'd finished eating.
We were just clearing up.
While waiting for the strudel to come out of the oven.
Oh.
Hadn't you better attend to that emergency, Harold?
Emergency? Oh, yes.
Bye, Harold.
Bye, Harry.
Bye.
The fun thing about Uncle Harry is we don't have to worry about giving him a hard time because he's already giving himself one. So, could we do it on Saturday?
Oh, I'm afraid it's booked.
But you said we'd be the first people to use it.
Did I say that?
You said family comes first.
Well, so it does.
Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-die. That's right, gang. It's me. Hi. Marion. Melissa. Come in closer and have a listen. She's the queen of heavy beat, twinkle toes and tabby feet. Practice moves in front of the mirror. Now it's time for me to deliver. Marmalade. Marmalade.
Mama Lloyd?
Oh, as I said, family comes first.
How ridiculous! What a void! Marion, not Marmalade. Two little angels with our hats, cute to boot, and that's a fact.
Traitor.
Marmalade.
Thought it would be good practice.
Marmalade.
They're not that bad, Pugs.
Marmalade. 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 Don't call me that. Marmalade. Don't say it again. Mama Marion. Mama Melissa. Aren't you glad you had a listen? Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-die. Now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye.
What did you do it for?
Was it good? Did you like it?
But why did you do it?
Pressure.
Pressure?
Yeah, to save our park and to save the world.
But that was our idea.
Yeah, and I thought it was very good. For once.
Excellent, Marion. Oh, you are so clever. I should really retire and manage your affairs.
I thought your enemies assassinated you, not your family.
Peter, you can take your group in this afternoon. Marion didn't take very long at all.
would you play our single, please?
Your single?
It really is very good.
Well, this is the man who'll decide.
Fans?
We will be if you play our song. All the proceeds will save our park from the developers.
Yeah, why not?
Yes! Mama Lloyd. Don't say it again. Mama Marion. Mama Melissa. Aren't you glad you had a listen? Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-die. Now it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye. Did we do it?
Well, you did,
Yeah.
and you didn't.
Huh?
You didn't, well, you couldn't make enough money out of your record to save the land.
Oh.
But you did make things so hot, the boss decided to move elsewhere.
Yeah?
How does that affect us?
We'll survive. He said anybody with a daughter like mine has to be a good salesman.
Person.
Okay, great. What do you reckon, Steve? Great?
No doubt about it, Herbie. You picked it.
Well, I said to my young friend here, you track it and I'll back it.
So how do you feel, Peter?
Yeah, well, we all, the rest of us are outside. We all feel pretty good about it.
What really impresses me is that you and your youthful generosity have donated the proceeds from the record sales to the Environment Appeal.
We did that. We did that. We did that? What gives you that idea?
Your sister said that.
Yep, right here at Radio Double TFM. The whole world heard it.
Well, it's all for a good cause, I suppose.
Well, all I can say is, son, you're an example to all of us.
You know, for you, I'd even swim in the ocean. You know, for you, I think I'd die, but you wouldn't care. So, baby, why should I? You know, for you, I'd drive at Monte Carlo. You know, for you, my Everest I'd climb up, but you wouldn't care. So, baby, why should I? Don't you need somebody to love? Don't you need somebody? Don't you